everybody. Y'all know who I am by now. I'm Renee with 31 Women, and I'm with Dr. Mikie. She owns a behavioral health practice. She operates here out of the Broad Street Mill, and I'm so thrilled that you're here with me today. So thank you for being on here with me. I'm gonna just jump right in today. We did not practice. This is off the cuff. But part of what 31 Women is about is showing other women what women are doing today. Just everyday women like you and I, like me and you, okay? So Dr. Mikie, how did you come into the behavioral health field? What was your desire in the beginning to want to come into behavioral health?
Thank you, Renee, for having me. In the mental health, what really got me started was just when I came to this country.
Now, where are you from?
I was born and raised in Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay.
But I've been here for 32 years now.
Okay.
So when I came, I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into. And
Honey, I'm from here and I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Okay, go ahead.
So when I eventually started going to school, and when I did, one of my clinical rotations was in psychiatric and mental health.
Okay.
And during that time, I've done different areas, but with specifically mental health and psychiatric rotation, I so much enjoyed it.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this is not a boring field.
Okay.
So I was like, I said a prayer.
Mental health is definitely not boring.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And right there and then I said a prayer. I was like, Lord, if you ever give me the grace to specialize, this is where I would love to work. I said, it's not a boring, because by the time you realize it, the day was over.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this field is full of action. Most people will stay away from it, but I love that about it.
Right, right.
So years later, I continued schooling, and then years later, I found myself, God led me to the same field that I prayed, and I forgot about that prayer until years later. When I look back, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
This was the prayer I said.
Doesn't he do that though?
He does.
He's reminded me of several things that I prayed for when I was young that I am just now beginning to see the fruition of. And he brings those things to my remembrance when I need them. When I need them, because we go through things. So right when I need them, he will bring that back to my remembrance that I prayed for this. And I love that. I love that he does that. So you prayed about it when you were young, and you many, many, many years later got brought back around to it through multiple years of schooling.
Yes.
And so how did you wind up here at the Broad Street Mill?
At the Broad Mill shops, the Sister Diana and I, we go to the same church, MCC.
Okay.
So, and one of those times she had a campfire at her house during the winter time a few years ago, and I met Sandy, the owner, and so we talked briefly, we connected.
I love that.
So years later, when this is the first time I'm having my own practice.
Okay.
Normally I work for other companies.
Right. We'll get back to that, because there's a journey from there to here. But we'll get back to that. It's okay. It's organic.
I was telling Sister Diana, I was like, I'm looking for a space, an office space. And she was like, do you remember Sandy, the one you met, at my place? I said, yes. She was like, Jesus Shed has an office there, and find out if she has an office that you could rent. So she gave me the number, and I called her. She was like, yes, why not? Come and look at it and see if it's some place that you would like your practice to be. So I came, and it was a beautiful atmosphere.
It's a beautiful building all the way around, but also you have a good deal of privacy here. Absolutely. Because your office is set back on the other it's hard to explain without coming here.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, but your office is private, so anyone that comes in, immediately you feel a sense of safety.
Absolutely.
Because it has the privacy here, so that's
And
wonderful.
that's the goal. That's one of the goals.
Yeah, well, you've accomplished that. It's
Thank you.
fantastic, and I love the aesthetic. Of course, y'all can see this, but I love it's very organic feeling,
Yes,
which
it is.
can be grounding for people,
Absolutely.
and that's comforting
It is.
for people. So you're from Nigeria. How old were you when you came to the United States?
I was 26.
26. So you were already full grown. Had you already had education in Nigeria that you were
I did.
able to bring over, or
You bring it. It's part of it, but it doesn't really count. Much.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
It's
working.
part of it.
Yeah, I'm working towards something right now that, other than ministry, it really won't count for much. But that's okay with me because I'm old as dirt and it doesn't matter anymore. But so you came here as an adult already. Were you already married, or did you come by yourself?
No, I was married. My husband was already here,
Okay.
and he was living in California then, so I joined him.
Okay.
About a year and some months after our marriage,
Okay.
I joined him, and we started raising our family.
So you came to California.
Yes.
How did you wind up here in Georgia?
Well, we spent few years in California, and we were looking at the cost of living and all of that.
Yes.
And we had a friend that was living in California. They moved to Georgia.
Okay.
So she was like, come and visit and see if you like it. So we came, and I was pregnant with my youngest son then.
Okay.
So we came to visit, and we were like, wow, this is quiet, it's mellow, and this is a different kind of pace.
Yes.
Compared to California, we're like it's not as slow as because we were thinking of Oklahoma too. My husband went to school in Oklahoma, so we're thinking, okay, it's between. The speed is not as fast as California, but not as slow as Oklahoma.
Okay.
That Georgia is right in
In the
between
middle.
with speed wise.
And which part of Georgia did you visit?
Well, we visit Fayetteville.
Okay, all right. I was just curious because different parts of Georgia are at different speeds.
Most likely. Now we realize that.
Yeah.
We realized that.
Right.
So we visited and we went back. We was like, okay, something we can see ourselves living here. So we went back and prayed about it.
Yes.
And to see, we're like, Lord, if this is where you're leading us, let it be. Show us, reveal it.
That's not scary at all.
So
That's not scary at all.
Not
To
at all.
move across the world and then to move across a whole other country
yes,
after you've moved across. I guess after a while, maybe it wouldn't be scary.
that is true. It of course, you move into an unknown state, not
right.
sure, but through it all, we always trust God to walk us through step by step.
And He does.
Absolutely. So we went back, we prayed about it, and we felt like, okay, this is it. So we waited for me to have my youngest son. So once he turned 1 month old, we decided to move.
Oh,
We
that's a lot.
drove from California. It took us 3 days and 2 nights on the road. So we came. And a lot of people were like, he's so young. Wait for him to be older.
Yeah.
And then move. We're like, wherever we are, God is the one watching him, whether
Right.
we're there or California or Georgia or wherever we are. So we moved.
Okay.
We drove during the winter.
You just took that leap of faith.
We did.
And it's worked out well for you here in Georgia?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you guys base yourselves in Fayetteville when you first came, or
No,
did you
we
find
didn't
another-
even live in Fayetteville.
Okay.
We moved, when we left, we had an apartment rented in Union City.
Okay.
So we went there for 6 months, and then, we bought a place in Stockbridge,
Okay.
where we lived for years, like
Yes.
20 something years.
Yeah.
before
It's very busy up there now.
Oh yeah, that was one of the reasons why we moved.
Yeah.
The front of the house was like a parking lot sometimes.
Yes. It's extremely busy. I did not realize how busy it actually was until we went to buy a vehicle for my oldest daughter
Oh,
up there.
okay.
And when we went to go and purchase that vehicle, it was like being in downtown Atlanta.
Yes,
and
it is.
my husband and I looked at each other and we were like, this is not for us. More power to everybody who's doing it. It's just not for us. I mean, I travel all over doing these interviews, but to live, no, no. I'm thankful that my road is paved. It was dirt the entire time I was growing up. So, so it's paved now, and we're that's a love-hate kind of thing. Once your road gets paved, people drive faster and there's more traffic. We like it out there like that.
That is true.
We like it.
So you don't have that anymore.
No, but I wanted to ask you a few more things about your practice that you're doing now.
Okay.
So down through the years, what were some of the other careers maybe that you had? Were they all involved in mental health, or were you doing something else?
Not in mental health. When I started out, it was a general area, like we call it med surg, which included everything you can think of. It included the mental health.
Okay.
Then it included OBGYN, you have pregnant women coming, assessment, different health issues, general health issues.
Okay.
So all of those different areas.
Geez, that's a varied wheel there that you were operating in. That would have been hard for me to keep up with. But how long did you do that?
Oh, I did it for years, about 16, 17 years.
And then you went back to school after that, or you
continued
continued
throughout
all the way
the
through?
years I will stop because of course I have family.
Yes.
So I will, depending on what's going on in the family, I will go, I'll take care of whatever is going on in the family. When everything quiets down, then I'll go back again. I'll restart again from where I stopped and continue. So I found it seems like I'm always in school because I'll start and go back again, back and forth. So depending on what's going on in the family.
Okay. So you are the first and one of only 2 women that I have asked, do you consider yourself a Proverbs 31 woman? And you said yes.
Yes.
So tell me why.
The reason for that is that growing up in Nigeria, they talk about Proverbs 31 women. They will read it, and it got to a point. Even when I came to this country, what happened is that my husband and I we decided we learned that from somebody else, where the book of Proverbs has 31 chapters, 31 of course, and then so each day. Each day, if you take it each day, if you read Proverbs 1, then on day 2, it doesn't matter what month. And then if the month has like 30, you just take the 2 and finish it up. So consistently, and we taught our boys to do that.
Okay.
So we'll do it during the day, in the morning, with devotion. So
you guys still have family devotions. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
There are not a whole lot of families who do that anymore, and so I love that you guys do that.
Thank you. Well, but now the boys are no longer boys,
right?
Young men. So we will do that, and then every time, and then also on my own when I do study, Proverbs 31, I'll read it and pray that into my life.
Okay.
Everything in there that Lord make me that woman.
Okay. So what I see is you do definitely have looked well to the ways of your household. You are continually learning. Absolutely. As you progress. You've been a lifelong learner.
Absolutely.
And if you have the desire to be a lifelong learner, you also find yourself a lifelong teacher, whether you meant to do that or not. But because your desire and hunger is to learn, you can't help but want to share the things that you have learned. And so you're looking well to the ways of your household, and with your continued learning and your continued growth here in this country, in every area, you were able to make sure that your family was taken care of, and you made sure that that was a priority in your life, and anything that you wanted to pursue individually, you made time and space for it as you were able to. So all of those are Proverbs 31 women qualities. We just don't have a whole lot of women today. I ask this question all the time. And so the reason that I mention that is because you're, like I said, you're one of only 2 women that have said, yes, I am a Proverbs 31 woman. And I want, the whole premise behind this is that I want every woman out there that is a Christian, that's walking with Christ. I don't care where you are. I don't care where you're at in your journey. You have aspects of being a Proverbs 31 woman because you're His.
Yes,
You're already His.
Absolutely.
And so whatever you have need of or growth in your area that He wants to work out in us, He does that work. But we're already there. Your husband safely trusts in you. All of those things are already there. And so the Proverbs 31 woman is already active in your life, and you're a living example of that everywhere that you go. And that was why I wanted to come in here today. So tell me what you're doing with your mental health care now. Tell me, are you open for clients? Do you have a specialization?
We're open to see patients. I'm already
Patients.
seeing patients
Shows
or
you
clients.
what I
No, you're fine. We do. That's a word we interchangeably use.
Okay.
Client, patient.
Okay.
So it's the same. So we see clients. I'll use
It's fine.
yours.
Whatever word you normally
We do see clients. Right now, I do see clients of the ages from 13 and above.
Okay.
But throughout my years, I've seen ages from 4 or 5 to end of, like 100 and something. So it's a new practice, of course, and our doors are open.
Okay.
We open Monday through Fridays.
Okay.
And I see all ages, patients with depression, anxiety, bipolar, schizophrenia, autism behaviors. I do treat those too. And I treat everything in mental health, psychiatric and mental health, and all ages.
Do you get referrals from local physicians and schools? I don't know exactly how that works, so maybe you should tell me how that works.
So right now, since it's a new business, about 2 months old, 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
very new. So now sitting down to, initially was just setting things up.
Right.
And then now I'm sitting down to now, sit down strategically to find out what is going on, providers in the surroundings, counselors and all that, so I can network with them. To be able to, refer. Of course, I'm already referring patients to some of them that I'm able to find out about, and then also to get referral. So networking.
So you're open for new patients, clients. New clientele. Okay.
Absolutely.
So tell us what your information is, your address, your phone number, how we can reach you.
Okay. The address is 324 East Broad Street, Suite 109B, Griffin, Georgia, 30223. And our phone number is 770-678-0038. And we're open for business. And also, we see all ages.
Right.
And we love what we do.
Okay. And do you accept insurance, or are you set up to do that yet?
Absolutely. We already accepted insurances, all different insurances.
Okay.
And some of them, the few ones, there are few that we're still working on.
Right.
But we do accept all insurances.
Okay. All right. So that's important, because most people can't afford mental health if their insurance doesn't pay for it.
Absolutely.
And personally, and I don't mind sharing this, I haven't shared it yet, so this is a first. If y'all stayed and listened through the whole thing, I had domestic violence counseling for a year and a half before my last marriage ended. And my ex-husband didn't know that. He knew that I was going to see a counselor, but he didn't know that it was a domestic violence counselor. And they were Christians. It was a Christian practice. And they were licensed clinical. And I did not know that was what I didn't. The first time that I went, I was actually mandated to go. And I didn't want to go. But I had to go, and that's another testimony for another day. But well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm already out here. In order for me to keep my job, the sheriff's department came out to my job, and they told me that I had to go. The sheriff's department didn't tell me but it was like an intermission kind of. That's not the
Intervention.
right intervention. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And so I went, and I did tell my ex-husband that I was going to therapy and counseling, and he was okay with it because he thought I needed help. And I did need help, but when I went, they did an assessment, and the things that they showed me, I didn't realize.
Wow.
I really didn't realize. And so after that, you don't really graduate, y'all.
No.
You don't graduate, but sometimes your their sessions and what they're doing, you've completed what they could do. And so from there, I went to another for another year, and it was just regular, mental health practice. And I went in there to help me work through some of the issues and to help me with healing, because along with those come a lot of things, like you said, anxiety,
Absolutely.
depression,
Absolutely.
different things like that. And so I went. I was never medicated, but they gave me practical. And it's such a taboo topic still, but it's so necessary
Absolutely.
for us. And they're
Absolutely.
just like we would go and see a fitness coach if we wanted to really get an optimum a fitness level, or we wanted to become better as an athlete, we would go see a coach.
Absolutely.
We just don't understand that our spiritual and mental well-being, everything comes forth from that. And so what you do is so vital to our health as a human being, because everything else flows out from that. And so I'm so thankful. When I went, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when I went, I was so angry with the young lady that was my practitioner, because I felt like the exercises that she gave me were just asinine. I did. I felt like they were asinine, and I was very offended that she would give me such small practical things to do, but I did them.
That's good. That's
I did
a good
them.
thing. That's a good
And they
thing.
worked.
Absolutely.
And they worked. So it's extremely important, and I really appreciate the fact that you're here. So if someone walks in, they can schedule an appointment with you.
Yes.
Right here in Griffin.
They can schedule an appointment, and I do see patients. I see them in office, and also I do accommodate video.
Okay, so
assessment
online.
Also.
Yeah.
So I do online or in
All right.
office.
Okay. Well, I want to, one more question before we finish up our interview today. We've actually, look how long we've gone. This might be one of my longest interviews
Oh
yet.
my goodness, is that good? The
Yeah.
good thing?
I hope so. So why did you name it the Bridge?
Okay, the bridge, because everyone has things they're going through. The magnitude is different.
Okay.
But everyone has something they're going through, and they have different ways of dealing. We all have different ways of dealing with different issues going on. And when they're going through things, when we as individuals, while we're going through things, it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on what that person is going through, but different level of difficulty is associated with it. And we need to get from where we are to the other side.
Okay.
A sunny side, a place where God is waiting.
Yes.
Or where it's sunny.
Okay.
Like some people will call it better days.
Yeah.
So you need a bridge to get there.
You're not going to believe this. I went to a conference Sunday night, and there was a church. It's over in Lake Oconee. Fantastic conference. Okay. And in their lobby, they have a humongous bridge.
Wow. And
it's little pieces of wood with people's names on it, but it's huge. I mean, it's humongous. It's wider than your office's long. It's humongous, and it has people's names on it. And at the top of it, it says the bridge.
Wow.
Meeting people where they are and helping them to get where they want to be.
That is beautiful.
Isn't that fantastic?
That's what we do here.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Mikie, for seeing me today, for allowing me to come in and do this. And y'all, this is 31 Women. If you have somebody that you would like to be on 31 Women that you would like to recommend, You guys know where I'm at on social media. That's no secret. Just send me a message and we'll try to make that happen. And if you would like to be a guest on 31 Women, you have a story that you'd like to share, we want to hear it, because every one of us that share our story, we encourage someone else. So Dr. Mikie, all the way from Nigeria to California to Georgia, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so very much for having me, Renee.
You have a great day.
And you too.